Good day, everyone. My name is Robin. I stand before you today as a licensed therapist, certified substance abuse counselor, and a survivor. Someone who has walked through the fire of addiction, experienced the devastation of loss, and I found my way to healing and wholeness. I am living proof that no matter how far you fall, you can rise again. Relationships can heal, and love, true, meaningful love, can be rebuilt. But I didn't always believe that. Back in 1998, I met an incredible man named Jason who felt crazy in love. And in 2000, we welcomed our first son, Brian. I had just graduated with my undergraduate degree in psychology, and to the outside world, our life looked like a picture-perfect love story. But behind closed doors, our relationship was already being tested by addiction. Jason and I began using club drugs casually, and soon what started as fun turned into something much, much darker. In late 2002, by the time I completed my master's in rehabilitation counseling, I was beginning to lose control. Instead of the fulfilling career I had dreamed of, I took an entry-level job that left me unfulfilled. To cope with the disappointment, I turned to harder substances. By 2004, addiction had cost me my job. I was unemployed and pregnant with our second son, Christian, and searching for stability. We turned to medication-assisted treatment, hoping to regain control. And for the first time in a long time, life started to feel manageable again. For the next 3 years, 2005, 2006, and into 2007, things were relatively stable. I went back to work. Jason and I were raising our children, Brian and Christian, and I truly believed we were on the right path. But then, on November 16, 2007, everything changed. Jason's mother came to pick up Brian and Christian to take them to school and found him unconscious. He had developed pneumonia, which led to a traumatic brain injury. 6 days later, on Thanksgiving Day, November 22nd, 2007, Jason was taken off life support. I was 8 months pregnant with our third son, Ethan. Jason didn't die from an overdose. He died with the disease of addiction, but not from it. But that didn't matter to me. I lost the man I love, the father of my children, and everything fell apart. Losing Jason broke me in ways I never imagined. The pain, the loneliness, the weight of raising 3 children alone. I didn't know how to handle it. I tried to cope in the only way I knew how, by numbing the pain. I drank, I used, I lost myself in the fog of addiction. In that darkness, I entered a new relationship, not out of love, but one of trauma, grief, and fear of being alone. That relationship gave me my daughter Lillian, born in 2009, but it also pulled me deeper into addiction. By 2011, addiction had taken everything from me. I missed birthdays and holidays. I lost my ability to be the mother my children needed. I let my addiction take over my life. And in the end, I lost my children. In late 2007, I made the heartbreaking decision to sign over custody of my sons to the aunt and uncle. I also signed custody of my daughter over to my mother. I tell you this because addiction isn't just about substances. It's about broken relationships, stolen moments, the damage you don't see until it's too late. As a licensed therapist, I now understand what was happening to me during that time. Addiction is not just a chemical dependency. It is a disease that erodes trust, breaks down communication, and isolates us from the people we love the most. Research shows that certain behaviors predict the breakdown of relationships with remarkable accuracy. Over time, I came to learn that there are 4 specific behaviors that often signal the breakdown of a relationship, and these are known as the 4 horsemen of relationship destruction. They are criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. Criticism occurs when we attack our partner's personality instead of addressing a behavior. Contempt is when we use sarcasm, mockery, or name-calling in our relationships. This is the strongest predictor of relationship demise. Defensiveness is when we make excuses instead of taking responsibility. And the last one, stonewalling. That's when we emotionally withdraw and shut down issues rather than working through the conflict. I lived through every single one of these. I criticized those who tried to help me. I showed contempt for myself and everyone who still believed in me. I was defensive, blaming my circumstances instead of taking responsibility, and in the end, I shut down completely. By 2013, I'd overdosed twice and faced multiple arrests. I lost my job, my children, and my self-worth. But on December 15, 2013, I made a different choice. I packed up the home I was living in, moved back in with my mother, and entered treatment in January of 2014 with 30 days clean already under my belt. I have not looked back since. That was the day I took my life back. Recovery wasn't just about getting clean. It was about facing the pain that had driven me into addiction in the first place. It meant healing from the trauma of losing Jason, owning the pain I had caused my children, and rebuilding the relationships that addiction had broken. If addiction destroys relationships, then recovery must focus on rebuilding them. But let me tell you the truth, not everyone will welcome you back with open arms. Trust takes time to rebuild. People need to see consistent change, not just words. And sometimes forgiveness doesn't come immediately. I knew I couldn't expect my children to forgive me immediately, so instead of demanding trust, I earned it. I showed up every single day. I took responsibility for the harm I caused. I became the mother they deserved. In 2016, I met Nate. He was also in recovery and we connected instantly, but we weren't ready. Our relationship ended in that same year. We reconnected in 2021 after both of us had grown and healed. In May 2022, he proposed. In April 2023, we got married. We built a blended family with 5 children and a home that is filled with nothing but love. The right relationship in recovery will not pull you away from your healing. It should strengthen it. Love should feel like support, not an escape. Just as research predicts relationship failure, it also teaches us how to build strong, lasting connections. In order to do that, we must learn to build love maps, which is truly knowing our partner's inner world. We must learn to nurture fondness and admiration, which is expressing appreciation regularly to our partners. We learn to turn towards our partner instead of turning away. That's responding to their emotional needs. We learn to manage conflict effectively. This is when we handle our disagreements with care. This is especially difficult for couples new in recovery. We learn to create shared meaning, which is developing a sense of purpose together. Those principles don't just apply to romantic relationships, they apply to rebuilding trust with our children, our family members, and even ourselves. Today I'm over 11 years clean. I'm a mother again, I am a wife, I am a sister, I'm a licensed professional counselor and a certified substance abuse counselor. I've turned my pain into my purpose. If I can do it, so can you. No matter how far you have fallen, you can rise again. No matter how broken you feel, you can heal. Recovery isn't just about getting clean, it's about rebuilding your life, your relationships, and your belief in yourself. You are not your past. You are not beyond repair. You are worthy of healing, love, and a future beyond your wildest dreams. Keep fighting, keep believing. Never, ever give up on yourself. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Riley.